He lived in Lo-Debar, a place of no pasture, no promise, no name. Crippled by a fall he didn't choose, forgotten by a kingdom that had moved on. But grace remembers. And one day, the king asked a question. "Is there anyone left to whom I may show kindness?" They carried him trembling into the palace, not to be punished, not to be pitied, but to be restored. He bowed low, calling himself a dead dog. But David lifted his head and said, "You will eat at my table like one of my sons. No more hiding, no more shame. Just a seat at the table of grace." And there he sat, feet still broken, but covered. Not because he earned it, but because covenant never forgets. This is the gospel. This is our story. We are Mephibosheth, born for communion with God, but sin crippled us, leaving us spiritually lame. We've lived in our own Lo-Debar, places of shame, isolation, and fear. Like Mephibosheth, we often feel unworthy, calling ourselves dead dogs, when grace calls us sons and daughters. King David, honoring his covenant with Jonathan, sought Mephibosheth out, not to punish, but to restore. He was carried to the palace not by merit, but by mercy. And there he was seated at the king's table, treated as royalty, with his brokenness hidden beneath the cloth. David is a picture of Christ, who seeks us in our brokenness. We are Mephibosheth, crippled by sin, yet carried by grace. We don't earn our seat at the table. We're invited. And once we're there, our shame is covered, and our identity is restored. So when we say we are Mephibosheth, we're saying, I am broken, but not abandoned. I am unworthy, but not unwanted. I am remembered, restored, and seated at the table of grace. O God of mercy. You are the God who remembers. You are the King who calls the crippled to the table. When our shame speaks louder than truth, silence it with your love. When the weight of failure presses down, lift it with your grace. When our sin says you're too broken, let your word declare, you are mine. So we come with wounds, with weakness, with weariness, and ask that you receive us and restore us to our seat beside you at your table. Let every soul who feels unworthy hear this prayer today. You are loved. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. If this story stirred something in you, if grace met you in the silence, truth found you in a broken place, then we invite you to join our community. Subscribe to this channel, not just to follow content, but to walk with us as the scripture continues to speak. Because we're honored to walk with you.